Eastern Conference Finals, Pacers, Knicks. Finding wins for these videos has been pretty hard. Hopefully it can get us one here. This series is a rematch from last year's playoffs in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The home team defended home court in every game that series besides Game 7, where the Pacers won in blowout fashion as 2-point road dogs. They ultimately went on to get swept by the Celtics in the East Finals. So we do have the 7-game sample size from last playoffs to look back on, and they played 3 times this year in the regular season. But they've only played 1 time in the 2025 calendar year back in February, so not sure how much we can actually take away from that. Besides, it's been a very competitive back and forth between these two teams. Last 10 head-to-head meetings, both teams are 5-5 straight up and 5-5 against the spread. Looking at the market here, the Knicks and the over seem to be getting the market respect. Most books open this game up Knicks -4 and have moved to 4.5. The total opened 222 and is now up to 224. But what's interesting here is when we look at the betting splits, the Pacers and the under are attracting the majority of betting action. Out of every 10 bets placed on this game, 8 of them are backing the Pacers, and 64% of the bets on the total are on the under. But these bets aren't getting respect by the odds makers. In fact, they're moving the line in the opposite direction, which is basically telling the bettors to keep betting. We'll even give you a better price on it. Now, I agree with the move up on the total, which is high for a playoff game, but this total is high for a good reason. Pacers have the best offense of any team remaining in the playoffs, and they play fast. Knicks prefer a slower pace, and they tend to follow the pace set by other teams and will play more up-tempo against opponents who do speed up the pace. So I do expect the game to be played at the Pacers' pace. We know in the playoffs, odds makers drop the totals down, but I think they adjusted this one down a little too much. The 2 most recent games between these teams went over with scores of 253 and 243. Now we're looking at a total of 224. I'm going over here. Hopefully we can get a different result than the Western Conference Finals Game 1. I bet that over. As of now, looks like that's a loser unless they somehow can score 70 points in the fourth quarter, which is unlikely there. And because I like the over, that's heavily correlated to the Pacers side. The under is more correlated to the Knicks winning. So I do lean Pacers, but haven't touched the side in this one. For player props, as much as I don't like Karl Anthony Towns, I think the guy's a clown. I am looking at some of his over props. He had some big games versus Indy in recent meetings. But for now, it's the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1, over 224. Tail with caution. I'm not exactly on fire right now. But until next time, good luck with your bets.